Hey guys, welcome to the last task in math this week. Our learning target is that we can add using what we know about 10 as part of our strategy. Yesterday, or in task 2, we talked about the different counting strategies there are, like counting all, where if you had two numbers, like 2 plus 2, you would say 1, 2, 3, 4. That's counting all, or counting on, where you touch one group and say, I know this is 2. 3, 4. And we talked about compensation, where we take from one number, say take 2 away from the bottom, and we give it to the other number, give it to the top to make one group of 4. So we used that to think about 10. So for instance, if I had 9 on the top and 1 on the bottom, I could see that 9 plus 1 is the same thing as 10 plus 0. So today I want to talk about how what we know about 10 can be used to help us add bigger numbers. So let's do a really quick review of our best friends of 10. So best friends of 10 are two numbers that go together to make a combination of 10. So if I have 1, how many more do I need to make 10? 9. Very good. Okay, if I have 2, how many more do I need to make 10? 8. Very good. Let's switch it up. What about if I have 5? How many more do I need to make 10? Excellent. What about if I have 9? How many more do I need to make 10? Great. What about 3? Okay, what about 8? Very good, 2. I know you guys are really good at combinations of 10 used in that way, but I want to talk about it used with a bigger magnitude, a bigger group of numbers. So I have our beaded number line right here. Okay, and there we have a group of 10, just like we had on the top of our Reckon Rec. So all of those things still apply, right? If I have 3 in this group, then there are 7 in this group. If I have 5 on this side, then there are 5 more on this side. So what I want you to think about in today's lesson is how many more it would take to make a multiple of 10, which is any number that is made up of complete groups of 10. So let's push another part of this group over. Boop. Okay, I'm going to zoom in on that just a little bit to make sure you guys see it. How many beads do you see? Okay, there's a full group of 10, plus here's a group of 5 and one more, so that makes 16. How many more beads do I need to add so that I'll have a multiple of 10, a number made up of complete groups of 10? So I have one complete group and a partial group. How many more beads do I need to add? Awesome. I need to add these 4 right here, don't I? Because 16 plus 4 is 20. All right, let's try that again. I'm going to push these guys back. How many beads do you see? Pushed. Have a full group of 10 and some singles. That makes 13. How many more beads do I need to push to make 2 full groups of 10? 7 more, because this 3 and this 7 go together to make 2 full groups. So this is 13 plus 7 is the same thing as 20. Now let's switch this over to cubes, which is what you're going to be working on your slides today. I want you to look at this group of cubes. Come out just a little bit on that, wrong way. How many cubes do you see? And just to reassure you, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in that top group. Does that help? Okay, so you have a full group of 10, and then you have a partial group of 10 with one missing. So that makes this a group of 9. There are 19. How many cubes do I need to add to make this a multiple of 10? A number that is made up of complete groups of 10. Just one more. Okay, I'm going to kind of set him off there, and I want to write an equation to match what you guys just helped me to figure out. We started out with how many cubes? 19. And then how many did we have to add to make a multiple of 10? We added 1. And what was our total number of cubes when we snap on this last guy? 20. So you're using what you know about 10, that this group of 9, partial group of 9, needed a 1 in order to make it a complete group of 10. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, let's look at our next group. Okay, I'll give you a little help. Put that down below my face. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in it. Give you a little help. So how many cubes do you see? Okay, we have 2 complete groups of 10. That would make 20. And then how many singles? Would make 21, 22, 23, 24. So now the question is, how many cubes do I need to add to this collection in order to make a multiple of 10? Right. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are missing because 4 and 6 makes another group of 10. Now I'm out of yellow, so you guys will just have to bear with me. So let's turn this into an equation. How many cubes did we start with? 24. How many cubes did we add? 6. And that gave us a total of 10, 20, 30. All right, let's do one more, and then I'm going to have you do some on your own. Switch out our cubes. This is our biggest group yet. Let me spread that out for you. The top one has 10. That's your hint. The top one has 10. So how many cubes do you see? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 full groups of 10. That's the same thing as 40. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles. So 40 plus 5 would be 45. So let's move these here. How many more do we need in order to make 45 into a multiple of 10? How many are missing? 5. Excellent. So here's our 5 more. Obviously, I'm out of colors again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete groups of 10, which makes the multiple 50. All right, let's record that as an equation. We started out with 45 cubes, and then we added 5 more, and that got us to the multiple of 10, that is 50. Very good. So on your task today, switch over and show you really quickly. You are going to be counting the cubes that you see on the mat and recording that number in the very first blank. Then you're going to figure out how many more you would need to make a multiple of 10. That number will go in the second blank. And then, of course, your answer is how many cubes there would be in total. Okay, guys, good luck. Great job. Bye.